Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Wednesday morning. We're going to get straight into this one because there have been some updates, some interesting developments in the Idaho 4 murders. So yesterday, Captain Roger Lanier put out an update. They're doing these daily little sound pieces to camera with somebody asking them questions, the questions that they want to be answered. Instead of doing a press conference where they could get some difficult questions from the reporters present. He's asked to sum up the state of the investigation to date. Just listen.
Yeah, a lot of emotional highs and lows, but an incredible amount of teamwork. The general public doesn't have any idea the scope of this investigation, the number of people that are involved, not just here in Moscow, but investigative and interview teams in the northern part of Idaho, the southern part of Idaho, the eastern part of Idaho, resources from the Salt Lake City FBI office, the Coeur d'Alene FBI office, analysts back in Virginia, and the number of people that have flown here or driven here from great distances to just lend their specialty to this investigation. We have the FBI's command post in our parking lot, and we've hooked them up to Wi-Fi, and everything that they would normally do down in Salt Lake City, they're doing right here in our parking lot. So the team effort has been amazing. It's been overwhelming at times, but there are so many people with so much expertise. Somebody always steps up and takes the role that needs to be filled.
And after discussing the internet rumours, which are out of control, he talked about this.
Well, this investigation is not cold. We get tips every day that are viable. We get dozens and dozens of tips. We sort through them, we prioritize them, and for sure, some of them are not good tips. They're not even relevant to the case. But every single day, we get a good amount of viable tips, and those tips help us do everything from clear people who maybe there was some speculation about, to further some of the theories that we're working on. So the next is just to continue on what we're doing, eliminate the information that we know is not going to be relevant to the investigation, and take all the new information. And eventually, and we see this coming, eventually we're going to narrow in on exactly what happened and who did it.
So for me, when he says they're working on theories, they're still at the stage where they're putting the information together, they're analysing the data. They're still in the generation phase of possible theories, which is pretty much where we're all at. Now, obviously, they could well be further along than us. They've got a lot more information than us. But if what he's saying is true, then they're still at the gathering phase. And that's not strange. That's par for the course. This is a hugely complex investigation. But one tip that came in could be a vital clue. This was put out by Fox News regarding a white car. Now, we don't know specifically if this is a Hyundai Elantra 2011 to 13 model as is being looked for. Now, we don't know why the police want that car. Perhaps someone called in that was spotted on King Road or Queen Road at the time. Perhaps it was caught on surveillance very close, and the police are keeping that information very close to the vest, and quite rightly so. But this is a car passing by a gas station on the night of the murders about 3:45. Listen.
Okay, more from the investigation now into those slain University of Idaho students. Those images you just saw at the top of Jake's report were obtained exclusively by Fox News Digital. The cell phone photo of a computer screen showing a white car on a highway in Moscow, Idaho. The clerk who reviewed the security footage said it drove by around 3:45 in the morning. There you see the photo of the timestamp. You did just see that. Detectives collected 8 hours of surveillance video from this gas station. An overnight manager told Fox News Digital that she had been reviewing the tapes over the past few days during her graveyard shift. She says she saw a white sedan driving by real quick at 3:45 in the morning. That's around the same time the 4 students were killed. The manager said once she saw the car on the tape, She took a photo and sent it to police. Detectives arrived around 11 a.m. this morning to collect the surveillance video. Fox News Digital asked them while they were leaving if they found anything significant. One of them responded, not yet.
So when asked if they got anything, they said, not yet. So again, this is indicative of a gathering phase.
Just last week, police, remember, said they are looking to speak with the occupants of a 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra, who may have critical information on the slayings of Madison Mogan, Ethan Chapin, Zaina Kernodle, and Kaylee Goncalves.
A store clerk who had the presence of mind to check through hours and hours of footage from their cameras at this gas station. Now, that's the kind of sleuthing that's important in these kind of cases. That's the kind of sleuthing that's invaluable. Not saying this person's sus and that person's sus and this person stood at a food truck looks strange and this person who does an interview and does one too many interviews, well, he's got to be the killer. And oh, the local chef must have a knife. And oh, he did an interview as well. And he's after his 15 minutes of fame. He has to be the killer. No, this kind of sleuthing is vital. Anybody in the area who works in the area who's got access to surveillance, if you've got home surveillance, do the same. Be this store clerk, be this person, and check through your own footage. If you were on a route within Moscow or heading out of Moscow, then check. Because the cops, well, clearly hadn't got this footage because they've been in to collect it. So how much more footage are they missing? And how much more footage could be out there that gives the vital clues? And if this is the car, if this car is caught on one surveillance at 3:45, then it could have been caught on other surveillance cameras and its whole route could be tracked. Having said that, this car could be a completely innocent car doing nothing. The Twitterati are commenting and somebody says this car looks more like a Toyota, second generation, in their opinion. So it could be completely irrelevant and the cops could be back to square one. But everything is worth checking. There's a lot of speculation, even Banfield is on this case, about the four heads, as we're calling them, seen walking on the police surveillance footage. They're walking across the parking lot of the apartments at Taylor Road. And as I said in my live, what was that, yesterday, the day before, there's a police stop, there's two police officers stood there. Do you think that four people walking away from the murder house would walk past the police stop? Do you think that they'd have blood on them if they'd just committed mass murder? They look like they're just four students walking along. Banfield saying, why are they out late at night? Because they're students. Because they've been partying. Because this is Saturday night into Sunday morning. And yeah, this person's right. Nothing to see here. This isn't related. They're walking towards the frat house maybe. But no, we still have to have this speculation that Banfield is getting involved in. I don't know, guys. It's getting really silly now. So, is it the case that the police are not as far along as we think? Are they further along than we think? Yeah, it's going to be true that the scope of the investigation is far bigger than the public thinks, but people are losing faith. But give them time. These things do take time. But do your part. If you're in the area, check your cameras. Even if the tip turns out to be nothing, that's the kind of sleuthing that could crack this case. All right, guys, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. I've been Michelle. Hope you're well. I'll see you in the next video. It's goodbye from Miss Tillington and Miss Cassie Springer. Bye, guys.